Welcome. So this is daily attendance for the 16th. I think it's Martin Luther. I don't think. I know it's Martin Luther King's Day, but I don't think that we have it off. So I'm gonna do this anyway. If we have a day off, then I'll just replace it some other day with me, okay? But I think I didn't see that we had this day off. So here we go, okay? This is week 3 for us, all right? Very interesting because we have midterms next week, but we're at the half of what our curriculum is. And usually I like having midterms a week before, so that way you study for your midterms in midterm week, okay? So your midterms will be Monday, January 23rd, but we will be taking our midterms this week, and it'll be chapter 3 for business communication, English 133, A500 and A501, and then English 145, A500 and A501, okay? So chapter 3 for all classes will be midterm, all right? And then the midterm day, the midterm week, we're just gonna catch up, okay? And I'm gonna, usually that day, I sort of, usually that week, I sort of give you fudge time, okay, in order for you to be able to study for your other classes, all right? You're welcome. All right, so let me tell you, I should have gotten another paper here because I really need another paper. So announcements, all right? There, for those of you who I have allowed to turn in work because life happened or whatever, this and that, make sure that you mention that when you send me the stuff, okay? Because if you're sending me, you're telling me to open the link. I don't open links, okay? So I'm just going to be really brutal and say no, and then obviously I let you, possibly, got approval, but you didn't mention that, so I'm very confused. So you need to state, as I mentioned, so thank you very much, because almost everybody, every time you've communicated with me, you've mentioned your name, the class, and then the section, and then what the problem is or what it is that you're trying to communicate. So thank you super much for that, okay? Thank you very much for that. So I will be opening up later on this week, so I want you to be out in the lookout for those of you who are pending any type of assignment, okay? I will be opening up possibly on Wednesday, right after you turn in your assignment, because this assignment is due for Wednesday midnight. So I'll probably open up the other links on Thursday, okay? So this week we're going to do midterms because it's chapter 3, and I sort of like having chapter 3 as midterms, okay? And so we will be doing that, and then I'm going to open up for Thursday, okay? It'll probably just be one day, so be on the lookout for it. I will probably open up all of week 1. So if you've missed like your welcome video, if you missed your I think it was the daily attendance for the following day, which I forget, I think it's January 4th maybe, okay? And if you're missing chapter 1, I'm gonna open up all of week 1. After that, I'm only going to open up the assignments. I'm going to open up assignment chapter 1 and then assignment chapter 2. So unless you have authorization because you were in the hospital, because you have approval from, the director's office or whatever, then I will allow for the daily attendance. If not, I will only open up assignment 1, assignment 2, okay, for homework, okay? I'm mixing you guys up. So week 1 will be completely open. For week 2, I will open the assignment chapter 2. So if you're missing any of those assignments, this is a great time to catch up. And that's what we do when we do midterm week. We catch up, or at least you catch up with me, and then we get all the grades together. If you are missing grades, okay, and you are failing my class, you will get a text from me. You will also get an email from me. Please answer, all right? It's important. Part of the reason that I'm calling you is to give you an opportunity to reach out. If there's anything that you need, reach out. I'm going to tell you one thing. The biggest lesson for me in my profession and in anywhere else is that I always ask. You never know, right? Because I've asked, I've been able to go to Paris. Because I've asked, I've been able to start up a new job 2 weeks in. okay? Because I had like a Disney vacation already paid for, and I was just very honest with my boss. I'm like, look, they offered me the position. I'm like, I would love the position, but I can't start right away because I have this vacation that's been completely paid off, and there's no way. So you don't lose anything by asking, okay? So ask. All right, but then you also need to learn how to ask, right? If you're being cocky or whatever, or threatening me, all right, then you're probably not going to get very far. So anyway, and that is a lesson for everyone at any point in time with anybody that you're associated with. So familial, friends, profession, work, whatever it is, okay? So it doesn't hurt to ask. The other thing is that I'm thinking that we will be having a Teams meeting on Wednesday, okay? So we probably will start up at like around 1 or 2 and then go all the way to like 4. So I will have the groups. The Teams group is already set. So I have a Teams group, or what is it called? Yeah, team. It's called a team for business communication, and then for all my English 133s, and then all my English 145s. Okay, so we will be having a Teams meeting for Wednesday. Your homework will be due Wednesday as well. So make sure that you take notes. Okay, there's people that tell me, hey, miss, I can't find it. So there's people that tell me they can't find the test, and the tests are only for an English. And if you have the other English, you're not going to find tests there, okay? Now, going back to midterm. So your midterm is going to be like any other regular assignment that you're going to have and that you've had. I'm just going to count it as a test, okay? So this homework assignment is not counted as an assignment. It will be counted as a midterm. Make sure you get it in, and make sure that you take notes, okay? If you are like completely clueless and you don't even know that I put the timestamps at the bottom, I mean, you guys crack me up sometimes. For those of you who are on top of it, who always turn everything in, you're with it tremendously. Thank you so much. It makes my job so much easier, and it makes your life so much easier. So thank you so much. Kudos to you. You will not struggle in life. I can tell you that. Okay. One more thing before we get on to our homework. Okay. I just want to say this. I'm pretty smart, right? I have a master's, and I have I have a job, and then I have two, ventures, and I own 2 businesses, right? But I just want to say that I wasn't the smartest person in the world, okay? For my master's, I did get a 4.0. Well, actually like a 3.99. All right, I had a professor that just dinged me, and he cut off, and I think I got one B out of my whole classes, and it just really brought me down. Anyway, so a little enhancement there, right, in terms of whatever. It wasn't a complete 4.0, but very close to it. Before, there was nothing higher than a 4.0. Now you can get higher than a 4.0. So long story short, I've never been the smartest one, except for my master's. I was pretty smart there. But I grew into my intelligence, okay? And what I mean by that is that I just was very disciplined and very determined. And so as I grew older, I learned how to study better. I learned how I was just very, very disciplined and very dedicated because I had a lot riding on it. Okay, so based on that, I just started going onto this, like, the little red engine that could, right? And so sometimes it doesn't matter that you're not the smartest one. It just matters that you're the most determined one, okay? And that you're the one that never gives up, because when you don't do well, it's when you've given up. So I highly encourage you to not give up. And even if you're not the smartest one, just keep on chugging along. You'll get to a point where you will be. You'll get to a point where you will master whatever it is that you're studying. You'll get to a point where you'll have the experience. You'll get to the point where you will be a master at whatever it is that you do. Okay? Nobody is born like learning and being the top. Everybody has to go through the process of learning, even if you're super, super smart. If you're super smart, but you don't have the discipline to finish anything, or you don't have the discipline to keep on studying, what's going to happen is that you're going to lose it, because if you don't use it, you lose it, okay? So it's very important to not give up, all right? And just a very inspiring, little story. So I had student, and I hope she doesn't mind, but I had a student that was really sick. She had cancer, okay? She used to come when these classes were physical. Like, she couldn't even walk when she walked in, okay? She couldn't walk. She was always sick. She was, getting her, I don't know if she was, her cancer treatments, okay? And the determination, it was unbelievable, and the discipline that she had, that she never gave up. And just this week, she's like, Miss, will you give me, will you be kind enough to give me a letter of recommendation, because I'm going to apply for the nursing school. It humbled me like you cannot believe, like tears in my eyes, because I know her struggle, and I know what it took. I mean, I don't know personally, because, I wasn't sick, but it was just unbelievable. It was humbling and admirable to see how far she has gone, and to see that her determination, and no matter what happened to her, didn't knock her down. There's a lot of stories like that. So if people with those type of challenges, like even physical challenges, which is why you all are studying what you're studying to heal people, right? And if you can't heal people, you're studying, for them, 11:11 on the clock. You're studying for them to, to make them feel better, or to be able to facilitate their medication, or to be able to facilitate their healing process eventually, or their process of illness, okay? So don't ever give up. And the more that you study, the more disciplined you are, the more that you persevere, the better that you're going to get, the higher that you're going to get, the more advanced that you're going to get, and the more progression that you're going to get, to the point where you're going to be master at whatever it is that you want to be. But it is holding the vision, and it is putting forth the effort, and it's really progressing and being disciplined. I watch a lot of Instagram, and a lot of people that do a lot of lifting weights and exercise or whatever, and so they say, I'm one of the big honcho guys that are all whatever, and so he said, when you can't keep being motivated, when you're not motivated, be consistent. And I truly believe in that. It's consistency, determination, and discipline that gets you there. You also have to have a vision for yourself, like, what is the plan, okay? And keep on chugging along. So this time, we're almost halfway through. I'm a little bit earlier for whatever reason. I don't know why I'm a little bit earlier than anybody else in terms of third week, maybe because I think we started off in midweek, but I don't understand. So anyway, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm trying to see here if I'm off, but anyway, it's a good time to reflect about what it is that you've done. We're halfway, at least in my class, sort of, right? And so don't give up ever. There's always solutions, and there's always ways, to be able to solve issues, okay? It's just about communicating correctly, and it's about really, poniendo todo tu empeño, putting all your heart and effort into it. And once people see that, people are willing to help you. And the ones that don't, you're not going to need them, because there's going to be 10 more that are going to help you out. But you need to help yourself first, and you need to determine that whatever it is that you want, and hold the vision, okay? So don't give up. Somebody needs to hear that. All right, so we are going to start in week 3, and this is midterm, okay, for us. Next week, we'll sort of adjust, and I'll give you sort of a freebie, and we'll just, sort of do a catch-up, although we're doing catch-up this week, okay? But we're going to do chapter 3 for every single class, and this is going to count as a midterm grade. It's going to count as an exam, okay? So let's start with business communication, all right? Business communication is chapter 3. Communication challenges in a diverse global market is the chapter title. You will be doing learning objective checkup, okay? So it's within your table of context. You're going to do objectives 3.1 through 3.5, questions 1 through 18. As your other chapters, you're going to copy and paste your objective, you're going to copy and paste your question, and you're going to copy and paste your answer in a Word document, okay? Use a copy and paste, because that way you learn how to use your editing tools, all right? And I don't want it handwritten, because it's too much work. If you don't have an iPad, there's computers in the library library. If you don't have computers, you don't want to do it, you can do it out of your phone, okay? So it's important that you know how to use your editing tools. So objectives 3.1 through 3.5, questions 1 through 18, copy and paste the objective, copy and paste the question, and copy and paste the answer, okay? This will be under Learning Objective Checkup. Okay, so that is for business communication. Moving right along to English, English 133, A500, and A501. Okay, I think I got this. So you will be doing chapter 3, looking for specific topic and general main ideas is the title of the chapter. You will be doing test 1 and 2. You will copy and paste the questions onto a Word document. So the question, you copy and paste it, and you copy and paste the answers. So that is uploaded onto a Word document. Make sure that you use your editing tools. If you don't have an iPad, there's computers in the library. You can use your computers if you have one. If you don't have one, you can most definitely use your iPhone. I do not want you to handwrite it. It takes too long, and that's not the purpose. The purpose is to facilitate this and to be able to help you and learn and experience and get better at your editing tools with your iPhone, with the computer, with your iPad. Okay, so that is test 1 for chapter 3 for English 133 A500 and English 133 A501. So moving right along to English 145 A500 and A501. You will be reading chapter 3. The name of the chapter is Finding Subjects and Verbs in Simple Sentences. You will be doing practice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You will copy and paste all the practice and the answers, and everybody knows what the secret is with the answer. If you don't know, that means you haven't done your work. You copy and paste it. You copy and paste your questions. You copy and paste your answers onto a Word document, and then you upload that onto your link. Now, there's been students that had color-coded it. I have just like it has been the best thing. Like they highlight the answers and they've color-coded stuff. I just think that is great. That's a great way to enhance your editing tools and really use it and optimize it. So make sure that you finish off chapter 3, okay, finding subject and verbs in simple sentences, and you're gonna do for the test practice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? And this is for English 145, A500, and A501. You're going to copy and paste it onto a Word document and load up the Word document up to your link. So I hope this helped. Namaste, love and light.